Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone's well. We'll kick off with the As Live section, and then we'll go into at the 10:30 Friday embargo. If we're all ready, we'll kick off with Gary from Sky.
Hello, Mikel.
Hello.
Which one of your two least favourite subjects shall we start with? Transfers or injuries?
Up to you. You can do it.
Start with injuries.
Okay.
Well, I guess not really a case of injuries, more team news. The three lads who were missing on Wednesday were back from the World Cup later. Are they all available?
Yeah, they will be available. They trained with us today. They will train tomorrow, and if they are in the condition that we expect them to be, they will be involved.
Just to clarify, that's Declan, Bakaya, and
Zubi.
correct.
That's correct.
And in terms of injuries, can we get an update again on Julian Timber and William Saliba?
Julian is progressing really well. He's on the pitch. We are ramping up now certain actions, and especially the volume and the load. And I think he's in a good trajectory, but still a few weeks to go. And Willie, as we all know, it's a long-term injury.
So Timber, it could be before the international break, maybe?
I don't know. We have to wait and see. He needs to start to train with the group in the next week or so, hopefully, and then see how he progresses from there. But obviously, it's been a long-term issue right now, and we want to make sure that every step that we take is the right one. He feels right to do that, and it's such an important play for us.
So over 2 weeks in the transfer window left, that's 18 and a half days, 532 hours, 31,920 minutes, 1.9 million seconds for us to ask you about 1.9 million.
And milliseconds? How many milliseconds?
1.9 million seconds. Well, 1.8 now.
Okay.
We'll probably ask you about that many players.
But it's a very exciting part of the season as well. You know, that's when a lot of things happen. I think it creates excitement. There is an opportunity as well to evolve. There is a good way as well to understand what every player is feeling. And yeah, we are trying the maximum that we can to end up in 14 days, 13 days in the best possible condition to compete for every possible competition.
That word evolve means potentially players out and potentially players in as well.
It's always the case. There's an opportunity there to go both ways, and we'll have to see how the market responds and what we as a club we can do.
I don't mention names because you never comment on names, but the exception to that, I guess, just quickly, is because of the injuries to Saliba and Timber that we've spoken about, that area of the pitch. So Kwanzaa with a Q and Konza with a K, just not to talk about those two.
You know, I'm not going to talk about any individuals. Obviously, what I can tell you is that the ambition of the club, it's big, that we want to improve the squad, we want to evolve the squad in order to achieve we have obviously detected some areas that they can be strengthened, and that's what we are trying to do.
We're here for the Community Shield, so last we get to a couple of questions on the Community Shield.
Yeah,
right.
go ahead.
I know it's been a good tournament for you in your Arsenal days, winning 4 times as a player and a head coach. Make it 5 on Sunday?
That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to have a really strong opponent, but we are really excited to start the season, to start with the first trophy as well. And yeah, I sense a really good energy around the place. All the internationals are back, and yeah, we can't wait to start competing.
I don't know whether you saw the interview that Gyökeres gave last weekend, where he was asked whether it was a friendly against Manchester City. He went, Manchester City? Friendly? That's the kind of attitude you want from your players, I guess.
Well, it is, because it's a trophy. It's a trophy that we can have because we earned it last year through winning the Premier League, obviously, and you can tell how hungry the players are, which is a good sign.
Alex, BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
You spoke there about the Community Shield, what it means players back, new feeling. Is this a marker now for the campaign to come?
Well, that's what we want, and adapting to the circumstances and the kind of preparation that we had. But I said it the other day, I loved the way the players have come back, most of them earlier than expected, really fit. We've done all the testing, and they all seem in great condition. And the moment that they started to look at each other, I said, look at the squad that we have and what we are building, is a lot of excitement around them.
Because of the different returns and the injuries you're dealing with as well, how long will it be until you reckon we'll see the best version of
The best version has to be on Sunday, and that's the intention, that we have the best performance and the best way to start the season, obviously, by lifting the first trophy. That's the way we have prepared the season, is for on day one be at our maximum level, because that's the standards for us.
And I know there's a lot of focus because the transfer window on players coming in.
Yeah.
Do you have to have players to go out because of the size of the squad?
Well, we have certain possibilities that we can explore if the right possibilities come across. But so far, with the numbers that we had, we've been happy. But obviously, we need to accept that there are certain players that probably have to move.
Matt from the Standard.
Hi.
On Rice and Saka, how much are they still managing the issues they had at the end of last season and over the summer?
We haven't noticed anything. Obviously, they have individual plans through the time that they had with the national team. Obviously, they've been trying to evolve those issues, and they have improved. And then in the rest period that they both had specific programs for themselves. They've been doing those, and so far, what I saw the last 2 or 3 days, it was really good.
On Ethan, you said on Wednesday night you've sort of seen a difference in him this
Yeah.
summer through pre-season. Has that changed your thinking in what your plans are for him this season?
I don't know on the plans, but certainly it opens your eyes in terms of how much a young player can evolve in such a short period, you know, and what can an experience abroad with certain difficulties and challenges, what you can really get out of that. And I think he's done it in a brilliant way. I think it's unquestionable, the talent, the desire, the love that and the passion he has for the game. It's something that I always loved about Ethan, and then I think he had some great games, and he's shown everybody that he has the ability to be here.
Do you want him to be at the club beyond the end of the transfer?
I wanted to be at the club, but something is in the medium long term what is the best for the player as well, and Ethan needs to play football, and if he stays here it's because we can guarantee him that he can have those minutes. Otherwise, it's just something that is not good for anybody, I think.
Tom, Football London.
Mikel,
Hi.
to ask about Martin Odegaard. He had a very interrupted last season with injuries and issues there as well. He seemed very sharp in pre-season, what we've seen. Are you expecting big things from him?
I think those 2 cases, him and Bukayo as well, I see something else. Obviously, they had some issues last year, and they couldn't have the consistency levels that they know that they can bring to the team. So there is a big margin and a big gap there that I think the team is going to benefit from, because I can see the desire in them.
And on the transfer window, we know that you've mentioned before that you plan these things very far in advance, months in advance. But has it taken you by surprise how expensive some deals are? We've seen already 4 players, 100 million plus signed. Is that taking you by surprise this summer?
Yes, it has, yeah. I wouldn't bet on that, to be fair. But that's the market. That means that there are clubs that are happy to invest, or they believe that the valuations of those players are that, and that's fair. At the end, the value of the player is what somebody can pay for you, and they've done it, so that's the value, and it's the right one, because someone is happy to sell and someone is happy to buy, and in the middle, a player is happy to move from one club to the other, so I think that's fair.
Art from Athletic.
Hi.
Mikel, there was a point last season where you talked about how quickly football evolves. You talked about the Newcastle and Barcelona Champions League game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just wondering, coming into this season, have you already seen stuff that's different to last year, or do you expect that to come?
Well, last year we saw another one. There's Tsaya, PSG, and Bayern Munich, which was something probably that we haven't witnessed before as well. So let's see. The World Cup brought some very different stuff. I think it's very different, the international football, to anything related to the Premier League. But yeah, we will wait and see. I'm sure there will be surprises, and everybody will have to adapt quickly to certain changes. I think the rules are going to be different as well. So when the rules changes, everything changes and the game evolves. So we will see a change there as well, for sure.
And in terms of how your Arsenal team evolves after the Champions League final, you were talking about individual quality and the need for that. Is that something you see as a big shift, or more of a tweak?
Yeah, there is room there for sure, but with the players that we have with ourselves. I think elevating the quality of the players that we have with us, and elevating the individual performance, it has to be the main focus. And when we cannot do that for whatever reason, then we need to think about recruiting.
James, ESPN.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
It's the first City game, obviously, without Pep Guardiola.
last season you were a bit reluctant to talk about it until it was confirmed. So now he has gone. Can we just ask for your reflections on his exit?
Probably I'm gonna fall short on the way I can praise what he's done. First of all, for the Premier League, I think for the country, I think the way he has opened a different way of understanding the game. Here, I think he has escalated the Premier League to a different level. I think he has brought different standards to something that we haven't witnessed before. I was very lucky to be part of that for 4 years and understand and witness how it's done daily. I think remarkable, I think unique. I would say that for me he's the best coach in the history of football. For many reasons, he's done it in different countries, in different ways, but in a really sustainable and consistent way, which is the hardest thing to do. So I think he will be missed in the Premier League. I don't know if coaches were going to miss him so much because it's so difficult to play against him and to compete in the manner that that he does with his teams. But yeah, I think a word of gratitude, first of all, personally, for the time that I had with him, it was incredible. And then because I think he has elevated all the coaches and teams to think and to work in different ways, and that has made all of us better. So it's been a pleasure, and now it's Enzo, which is as good as him, because I know him well, and he will provide something different to the club, and wish him the best.
You were obviously close to Pep. Did you know he was going to leave before it was made public?
Sorry?
Did you know he was going to leave before he made it public?
100% no, but I had some feeling and some understanding that that this could be the case. But as well, because you could sense it in the last year that it was close, that situation of happening. But with someone like him, yeah, he can wake up in the morning and still get so excited about what he sees around him and carry on doing. He's done it for 10 years, which is, I think, nowadays something just incredible.
And I just wondered how special it was then for you to actually win the Premier League while he was still here, while he was still your friend, still your rival.
Well, obviously, it's one of the probably biggest challenges that I have faced in my career, because I know the standards, I know that they have the background, they have the stability, they had the quality to go and do it again. So it's been a real challenge, but as I said, I think I took it in a way that, okay, regardless of what happens, this is going to make us better. It's pushing boundaries time after time at every level, in every department of the club, to try to reach this level. When I arrived here, I had a sense in terms of distance and years how far we were behind, because I was there and I could witness the daily operation there and the level, and to be able to win it in the time that we've done it. I think we should feel proud of that.
Okay, last couple in the As Live. Bench for you first.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask you, speaking, just like I said on Wednesday, apparently how Hayden is very important to what Arsenal do and moving forward and academy graduates and stuff like that. So I wanted to ask you, what role do you see Max Dalman having this season? Will he have more of a senior role?
Well, he's 100% with us, that's for sure. He's done again all the preseason. He's in our system on every effect, and then how much he will play, like any other player, same answer. He needs to earn it. If he earns it, he will play. If somebody else earns it, he won't play that much.
And with Miles Lewis-Skelly as well, what role do you see for him this season? Will it be more in midfield, or will it be again at left back?
Depends what happens with the squad. Depends how he trains. Depends on the position. A lot of factors, nothing else. There's a lot of players that can play in various positions, and this is a huge quality that we have in the squad.
Davide from Gazzetta dello Sport.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
When I asked you about Enzo, you mentioned him before, how well you know. How difficult do you think it's going to be for him to come after Pep, come after such a legend?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the intrinsics of that. What I know that Enzo has the personality, the character, and especially the knowledge to have an unbelievable job there. That's why he's been selected, because they could probably pick anybody, and they've gone for Enzo for the right reasons. He has demonstrated that at every level, when he's gone to the Champions League and what he's done, when he's been at Chelsea and now here. So I have no doubt that he will do a great job.
And when you think of the squad you have right now, the season is starting. Are you happy with the level you guys are?
In terms of?
In terms of condition, putting together the right team at the right time. That's as you say, that's
I think we are in a really good place. I sense really good things, and we are still adapting. You know, we still have a few days for the first trophy. Then the Premier League is going to start a few days later, and yeah, I think we haven't compromised anything. I think we have taken every situation with a lot of naturality to try to get the team in the best possible condition.
Okay, that finishes as live.